Hello. Welcome. It's Dr. AJ Austin, founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC. We are vintage 1980, baby. Yes. Where I help train Black women of faith to become certified life coaches online in one day. Shouts out to the Facebook Leadership Network in case you watch this. I know y'all be watching. Thank you for watching. Hey, y'all. So, welcome. Today we're talking about how to become a Black certified life coach. Not just any type of certified life coach, a successful Black certified life coach, a successfully trained, professional, skilled, qualified Black woman, a Christian certified life coach, because that's who I certify. So I'm talking to y'all today about how to become a certified coach by setting your intentions of becoming a certified coach. Do you know how to do that? Like, have you ever joined any type of a coaching course and wondered how to get your money's worth? Like, how do you make a significant investment or a small investment worth your time, your attention span, your mental bandwidth, your effort, your money, etc., etc.? Well, listen, for the last couple years, have combined more than enough clocked coaching course hours to tell you how to do this successfully. So much so that the last, let's see, 4 out of 5. I haven't had an opportunity for the 5th one yet, but we'll see. I have been a featured success story in the last 4 out of 5 that I've done this, what I'm going to share with you. 4. So I have about 5 different coaching courses, coaches, coaching programs, coach trainings, blah, 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 that I have taken over the last couple of years since pivoting during the pandemic and bringing my business online because I knew that it would take my next level. So I have a marketing coach. I have a manifestation coach. I have a ministry coach. I have a money-making coach. And I have a mindset coach. And these are the 5-fold fingers and ministries of what it takes for this mission, movement, and ministry we call Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification right here at the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC. And so I share that because combining all these coaching styles with working with humans, we're humans going into the program. Our coaches are humans. We're surrounded by other humans. And I say that because we all have different learning styles, different learning needs, different investment levels, different spiritual walks, different blah, 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 right? And I love the fact that I could take all of this knowledge that I've gained over the last couple of years by being online, being in coaching programs, and successfully being featured in 4 out of the 5 coaching courses that I've been a part of. I just got notification yesterday that I'm on another one. So again, 4 out of 5, we're waiting on that 5th opportunity. But what this means for me is that I go into the coaching course with certain set expectations, setting my own intentions for me, myself personally. When you say that, you got to do it like Smokey on Friday, like me, myself personally. So I know what I'm looking for going in. I know what to expect by the time I'm going out. Hello, future Black Life Coach Tracy Jones-Williams. How are you? And so because I have learned from these coaches how to set my intentions, how to set my expectations, how to get the most out of their coaching programs, I've combined a list to help you set your intentions for joining any coaching program, whether it's my Black Woman Christian certification training, whether it's something that will take you 20 minutes to go through. How you get the most out of any coaching course is going to implement, let's say I got about 5 different, maybe a bonus, so 6 different ways you can do this. So when I take a coaching course, I set my intentions for joining that program. There's a reason that you joined it. So I encourage you to do these things. And I'm going to just run through this list quickly. Go back and watch the replay if you need to write it down. Or if you need me to slow down, tell me that too. If you're here with me live, I'm open, okay, for engagement. Here we go. So number 1, I know that it's going to take some work on my part. Like, you cannot show up to any coaching program, be it certification, blah, blah, blah. Keep saying blah, blah, blah. Or any other coaching course and expect someone else to do your work for you. Like in my training, I do everything except the work for my coaches. They have everything they need to successfully complete their training, to be successful during the training, to be successful well after the training. I model success for my coaches in multiple ways. So I know it's going to take a work mindset. I got to do some type of work. Number 2, it's going to take resilience, because in life, as you know, things happen, right, Tracy? We might get sick. Family members might pass away. The dog may need surgery. You might lose a job. Hubby might start tripping. The church is calling and they need you to volunteer extra, so it's taking away some study time. The kids need shoes. The car needs gas. Blah, 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 right? Life happens. So you have to have a sense of resilience, or resiliency, if that's the correct term. I know in my Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification training, I show my documentary called Lady of Legacy. And what my coaches have told me they get out of the Lady of Legacy documentary is my story of resilience. I didn't know that that's what my life was exemplifying, but I'm glad to know that more than one coach has taken that nugget away from watching my journey from struggle to success as a Black woman Christian certified life coach. And I say that because it's going to take resilience of bouncing back. In my case, I went from dealing with the divorce of a 5-year marriage and the death of my mom happening on the same day, dealing with homelessness, the downsizing of a corporate career, dropping out of college, depression, just the devastating dis-ease of life situations. Now, at the time of this recording, I am literally celebrating 14 years ago that all of this resilience took place. And here we are today, celebrating 9 years as a Black woman certified life coach, master life coach certification trainer, PhD, honorary degree in Christian psychology, putting the work of my bachelor's in training and development to use for Black women who are future Black women Christian certified life coaches. Hashtag resilience. Because in addition to your work ethic, it's going to take resilience, bounce back from what life brings your way. Or as many pastors have said, it's not a setback, but it's a setup for your comeback. All the things, okay? So you're going to need work ethic. You're going to need resilience. You're also going to need to show up. What I love about the ladies who take my one-day Black woman Christian certification training is that they show up. They show up by setting their own, I'm combining two words. I was about to say a calendar, but it's an agenda and a calendar. So they take our training agenda, they apply it to their calendar, and it becomes their schedule to show up, whether that's once a week for an hour a week or once a day for an hour a day. However they do it, they set their intentions. Literally before I went live right now, a coach just submitted her assessment. That means that she reached the end of our 24-hour training. She started out with a lot of people. She was resilient. Her work ethic has paid off. She has shown up, and she's also implemented this next tip, which is to take action. So what take action looks like is combining your work ethic, combining your resilience, and combining your desire to show up because you want to be able to say you did it, okay? And taking action, meaning download your worksheets, watch the videos, listen to the audios, follow the instructions for the next steps. That's taking action. And then learning how to apply the information that you've learned in the course outside of the course. That's why I love that I cater the course to all learning styles. We have visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning accommodations for all of the major learning styles. And it allows you to take action on what you learn, because here's my favorite thing. Not only are you taking action on the information provided, but you're also allowing yourself to have a unique, positive experience. And what that means is you're not comparing notes per se with others who have gone through the course. Like I'm in a group of fellow future millionaires, and one of our millionaires said that someone who was considering getting into one of her courses was asking for information about people who had gone through the course, and she was going to reach out to them and blah, blah, blah. that's fine. You can look into who successfully completed a course, but you can't compare their journey to yours because, see, their work ethic is different. Their show up rate is different. Their resilience is different. Their action taking on the information they've learned in that same program is different. So you can go down the roster and call everybody known to man who has gone through a specific course, but your outcome will be 1,000,000% different than theirs. Okay. And so because you set your intentions to show up, you set your intentions to really have a good work ethic, you set your intentions to not let life stop you, you're going to have resilience, you're going to make it through a program regardless of how long it takes. You set your intention to take action on the information provided, and now you've allowed the opportunity to have a very unique, positive experience that's your own. No one else's. Your journey is different. Just like my journey in any program I take is different. And that's why my little black face is on a lot of these programs where you don't see a lot of people who look like us. Okay? Because I set these intentions. I show up. I'm resilient. I take action on the information. I allow myself to have a unique experience. And that's saying a lot coming from a church girl who just slowly over time getting into the coaching industry has realized that we're conditioned and groomed to think a certain way beyond the four walls of the church. Well, coaching has expanded those four walls to outside of the four walls of the church. And I've been told that all my life. My ministry is beyond the four walls of the church, and I highly believe that. And so that's why I open up my mind, my heart, and my journal, and my wallet to have a unique experience, that I don't go in judging on how things should be and this ain't God and blah, 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 right? I allow myself to be open to a positive experience. So I also set my intentions to connect with people who also want to have that same positive experience. And shouts out to my friend who got me into coaching in the same vein that she entered coaching. And she told me literally go into class and open your mind. Okay. Because she knew her friend. This was back in 2013. So I've had time to recondition my mind. That's why I keep a mindset coach. Okay. Because growing up a certain way, we got 40 plus years of undoing to undo as far as thinking. And so when you open your mind to have a positive experience and still see the salvation of the Lord in these programs, you can take any program, set these intentions, and as long as you show up like God is leading you to, you will have your own unique personal experience. I also set the intention to gather business resources, and that could look like connecting with other like-minded people, seeing where they are in their business. How can I pour into them? And it's inevitable that they're going to pour into me. It's reciprocation. That's you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Or let me just scratch yours just in case I need you to scratch mine later. But it's not a tit for tat. It's not a what can you give me if I give you this. It's more like a no. Have you ever heard about this resource? Have you checked out this book? Oh, I just went through this other course. You may like it. All for free, no strings attached. Shouts out to another coaching colleague who showed me how to do that. I was like, why is she helping me so much? This is awesome. I'm going to pay it forward and do that for other people. I would not have known that if I didn't surround myself with like-minded people. So let's recap. How to become a successful life coach or any type of coach. How to successfully go into any type of coaching program, whether it's my one-day Black Woman Christian Life Coach Certification Training or any coaching course, is to, number one, show up with a good work ethic. I knew it was coming. Hold on. When I get excited, I cough. Let's see, Martha. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Shane. I said, hey, Tracy. You still here, girl? She said, absolutely, it's real. Devise resilience. Yes. I see that. Peace and light. Shane. Who did I miss? I feel like I missed some comments. Martha says, yes, you have to show up and have an open mind to get what you need. You are so on point. Thank you, girl. So as I catch my breath, I'm drinking some apple juice and pineapple juice mix. Have y'all ever had that? It is awesome. Okay, I'm back. I think I can talk now. You got to show up. You got to set your intentions for your work ethic. You got to have resilience. You got to take action on the information provided. You got to be open to gathering business resources and not just coming in like I've seen others do too. Now, there's a flip side to this. I can share some stories. One was recent. I connected with what I thought was a like mind, and it probably was, but just not for the goal that I was setting for my business. And I paid it forward. I shared a resource because I'm a resource sharer, that is. And I remember sitting and for 9 hours, you guys, an hour a day for 9 straight days, I was indulged in this resource, taking notes, adding it to my business, doing what I'm teaching you about, taking action on the information and implementing it. And the person that I shared the resource with said, "What you get for number 2?" I was like, wait a minute, say what now? So I literally gave away $30,000. Like, they were selling this program for $30,000, you guys. We got access to it for favor, okay? I shared it with a resource who did not indulge in the business bonus and wanted my answers, wanted to copy my homework. I said, I don't think this connection is working. I'm going to go ahead and end it right here because we don't have the same work ethic. We don't have the same show up rate. We don't have the same resilience, sis. We all got a lot going on in our life, but if you want $30,000 extra in your business, when you show up, if it only took you 9 hours, who you know making 30,000? Okay. So there's a flip side to every good side, but you got to have the work ethic. So we got work ethic, resilience, taking action on the information. That means you got to show up and get the information. You got to gather the business resources. Share those resources as well. Allow yourself to have that unique, open, positive experience. And then commit, not to the coach though. I hate when I hear, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and support your business. I joined her program because I wanted to support her. No. Commit to your business. Commit to the vision God gave you. Yeah, you may have invested a couple dollars, a couple hundred, couple thousand into a coaching program. But trust me, by the time they pay their staff, by the time they pay the system that it takes to run the program, by the time they finish answering all the questions that you're going to bombard heaven with and get on their nerves, child, that money is for pain and suffering, okay? Now, coaches like me, we serve out of love. I absolutely love what I do. I'm up at 2, 3 in the morning talking to coaches on different coasts. And I don't mind a Q&A, okay? Because we really got all the Q's A'd in our handbook. I share that because you can't come in committing your vision to the coach. You have to commit your vision to what God told you to do. Are you showing up? Are you gathering the resources? Are you giving? Are you open-minded? Are you taking action? Are you showing work ethic? Are you there to do what God has led you to do by committing to your business, to your future growth as a coach, as a whatever type of course you signed up for? Because again, trust me, you're not doing the course creator a favor by signing up for their business. If that's the case, you might as well not join because they can't do the work for you. They can't show up for you. And again, this is your own unique experience. If they have a course, that means that they've been through something that allowed them to put this knowledge in one container and offer it to you. So you're not doing them a favor. They've already paid their dues. You have to open your mind, and I have to come into programs like this too. I signed up for this program for a reason. I'm making the commitment to my business, to the vision God has given me. And now here's how you get the best out of every coaching course that you commit to, whether it's a certification, like a training that I have for Black Women of Faith, or any type of coaching course. You want to set a tracker on your progress. And so what that means is, the reason I can tell you that I gave away $30,000 of valuable content, information, and business resources, and it wasn't a good fit for the person I shared it with, but it was a great fit for me, is because I tracked my progress. I knew what I didn't know going in. So that let me set my intentions of, if the coach says, hey, Dr. AJ, what do you want to get out of this program? I could say, number 1, this. Number 2, this. Number 3, this. And as you know, my 5-fold ministry, I need help with mindset. I would love some great marketing tips. What about some money-making strategies? What about ministry tips? How does this work ministry-wise? And then what about manifestation can this course offer? Like, I can have my questions ready because I've tracked my progress. I know what I'm coming in with, and I know what I want to get out of the program. So when you set your intentions of what you want to get out of a coaching course, you're going to be successful. It's inevitable because you're working toward that progress. You're keeping track of it. You know where you are. You've assessed. Remember the pre-assessment in school, the pre-test where the teacher said, I just want to see where you are. That was like they're helping them set their agenda, their lesson plan for what to teach you. You have to do that with coaching courses too. It's still learning. It's still a mode of learning. So you assess where you are, where you're starting, and that's at the beginning of a course. So one course I'm in, they will not let you progress forward until you tell them where you are because they want to help you keep track of where you are. And then you know where you're going throughout the course. So there's no confusion. There's no what we call tort negligence. That's when a coach overpromises and underdelivers. So both of you are able to look back at your coaching contract to say this course entails blank and fill in those blanks. Track the progress to make sure the coach and the coaching client are, have set expectations and they're progressing mutually. It's a mutual understanding. Then when you get midway, you can check in to see how close you are to completing your goal. Because again, you signed up for a course for a reason. You want to make sure you're on track to hit the goals. So that's our next tip. You want to hit the goals that you sign up to get the program's help with. So in my case, I sign up for mindset. Okay, has my mindset shifted? I'm in Mindset Success Story. From this time about 8 months ago, I joined a mindset course. Blew my mind, y'all. To tears, to stuff that you can't even share unless somebody else has had this same experience. And now I'm on camera crying because my mindset has shifted. Stuff that I didn't know I needed has shifted. And I'm a success story in this coaching course because of it. That's because I knew that I was on track to hit the goals that I signed up for with the course. So that's how you have to think about any course. Why am I really joining this course? What do I want to get out of it? And am I on track to hit that goal that I signed up to get with this coaching program? And if you don't get it, it's okay. Because in my case, I can turn any experience into content like this, where I show up and share with you. So this list, I got a couple more. And then if you got questions, go ahead and post them in the comments about anything I've shared. We'll recap real quick. And then I'll let you be on your way. I ain't going to hold you, as the kids say. But I was literally applying to a 15-month course as I came up with this list. I was like, oh, this good, this good, this good. I'm going to jump on live and share this with them too, because these are the intentions I set for myself when I join courses. This is going to help you become a successful course taker, whether it's a certification course like the one I offer for Black Women of Faith. By the way, you can check out our complimentary Christian coaching community over at futureblackLifeCoaches.com. Again, www.futureblackLifeCoaches.com. If you are not a certified life coach and you want to become one, especially one with a Black woman Christian certified life coach on that title, girl, don't do that. Make sure I typed it in right. www.futureblackLifeCoaches.com. Look at me multitasking. Hashtag goals. Let me pin this. Shouts out to the Facebook Leadership Network. I know y'all watch my live sometimes. I just got to throw that in again because we had a conversation today. And sometimes they be watching me act crazy on camera. So I'm trying to do good. I ain't going to call no names. I'm just saying, hey, girl. So let me see where I left off. I think this is with I got 3 bonuses. Y'all ready? Let me see some emojis if you want to know the bonus. If this is helping you, Tracy says she's still here. B. Mel Johnson says this. Adrian says Jesus. All of this goes into any type of course, whether it's a certification or anything. You have to come in setting your intention. So let me recap on the latecomers that walked in church like this with the one finger up, hoping nobody noticed them. We're going to say something, sis. Hey, girl, welcome. You're late. Here we go. Run through the word of the day, okay? Number 1, you have to have work ethic. Number 2, you got to have resilience. Number 3, you got to show up. Number 4, you got to take action on the information that's provided in the course. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. It don't matter what number I'm on at this point. You got to be willing to gather business resources and give those resources as well. You got to be open to having a unique, positive experience. set your intentions to commit to your business, not to the coach, not to the coaching course. Track your progress, know where you start, and making sure at the beginning of the program you're knowing where you're going to end up, and then hitting those goals that you signed up to get with these programs is your ultimate goals. If it's a marketing course, a mindset course, etc., like I take, then you want to make sure you're on track to hit those goals. But here are our 3 bonus points. I've seen some emojis. Thank you for the love. I love you too. Bonus 1 is you got to focus. That means you can't be yelling at the dog, fighting with the cat, beating the kids, arguing with the husband, and on the phone with mama cussing. I know all this stuff happens, but again, we talked about resilience, right? So not only do you want to come in focused, but you want to come in with a strategy of how to stay focused. So if you know, like many of my coaches, they come and take our 24-hour course for Black women of faith to become certified life coaches. And they say, you know, I'm a mom of, I think the max amount of kids that one of our coaches has. I ain't gonna tell your business, but you know who you are. Hey, coach. She's here in Georgia with me as well. She's like, Dr. AJ, I got 7 kids. She has 3 sets of twins. I know you be cussing. I know you do. And I believe God forgives you because that's a lot of kids. That plus another single child and a husband and a business. We know you cussing. But we also know that you may only be able to commit to 30 minutes at a time. So some of our coaches will say, you know, I set aside 30 minutes. I'm going to go and listen to a 30-minute video because Dr. AJ says this video is only 30 minutes and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to take my notes. I'm going to get back to yelling at the kids and the cats and I'm going to come back and sit for 30 more minutes. If that's how you got to do it, sis, your success is still inevitable. You will get there 30-minute sessions at a time. And that's okay. Said Jesus, 6 kids. She has 7. She's in our group. She tells it proudly. Or if you're like one of our other coaches, she has, I want to say 19 grandkids. We did a podcast recently and I'm like, girl, if you MIA, I ain't even mad at you. I'm going to check in on you, make sure you're okay whenever there's a family holiday or whatever. I get it. And y'all know Black don't crack. We look good for being surrounded by so much going on around us, whether it's a lot of kids, a lot of anything. You know, we show up still looking youthful. So I would never guess you got 38 grandkids or 29 kids, you know. But when you're focused and when you come into a course with a strategy, you also know how to ask for support. So in the cases of the coaches that train with me to become Black women certified life coaches, they're like, Dr. AJ, I just need you to check in on me from time to time. If you notice I'm too quiet, it's okay to send me a message. And that has become a regular thing in my program. I check on all my coaches. It's a lot of them, but I check on them to make sure they're still on track, that they're following that course, they're focused, they have their strategy in place, they know how to show up, and now I know how to support them. And I also know how to allow them or instruct them to reach out to their sister coaches who are also dealing with things in their life. They're also trying to manage time and kids and blah, blah, blah. And I link them up for accountability because you guys will understand each other's journey. And it's helpful with someone who's going through the course as well. So that allows you to show up. That allows you to get the community that many of these programs tout. They say, you know, we have a Facebook group. Like one group I'm in has over 2,000 future millionaires in there, including myself. And so we are sold as a part of that course saying, hey, want to talk to Dr. AJ Austin today? She's a part of the 2K. Want to join us? And so that's the community. That's the accountability piece. That's if you need templates or fill in the blanks or advice or opinions on how to make it through the course successfully, you're surrounded by a community of support because you have a focused strategy that you know you want to reach the end. So things like tools and case studies. I love hearing about the success of other people who have taken the courses that I sign up for. The coaches who come train with me, Tracy's one of them. They love listening to the success story and the podcast and the all the things, the wins that our coaches are having. So seeing case studies, success stories, examples of success is a motivator to finish the course. So these are things that you look for when you join any type of coaching course that'll give you an example for how to apply this information successfully in your own business, whatever the coaching course is around. And then my favorite final two bonuses are structure. I love structure. I don't want to be anybody's guinea pig. I don't want to be in any more beta tested programs. I need you to have this figured out so when I show up to your program, you too can give me a training agenda. You too can help me to divide my time and my bandwidth mentally, my mindset to get through this course. You can walk me through it because it's been tested, tried, and approved by other success stories. Because again, I've set the intention to become one of your success stories. So that's how I look at it going into courses. And finally, being able to plan out how I'm going to successfully complete this course. And it helps to have an end date or end goal in mind. That way, you know that you've been successful with a course. So regardless of if the course costs free 99 or favor, or you paid a couple $100,000 for the course, when you do the things that we just reviewed, and I'll go back to front, you can turn any course into success. Again, whether it's a life coach certification training like the one I offer for Black Women of Faith, you can get more information about that over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com. When you activate your VIP membership in our complimentary Christian coaching community at futurebblacklifecoaches.com. But you come in with a plan. You come in looking for structure. You come in looking for how to successfully focus your own strategy, get support, be surrounded by a community of accountability, get things like templates and tools, and listen to case studies and success stories. I'm the type of read testimonials. Like, I want examples of how to apply the information successfully. That's what to look out for to make sure that you become successful in any type of coaching course that you sign up for. Also, to keep you on track, knowing where you start, like where you are going in at the beginning of the coaching program, tracking your success, being committed to the vision God gave you as the reason to why you signed up for that course, and then making sure, again, you're on track to hit the goals you signed up for the coaching course for. Having a unique positive experience and being open to that journey that's uniquely yours. Gathering business resources that are offered, whether it's a book, a podcast, a video, another course, an event, a webinar, something free, that you get from joining the email list. Be open to all of that. Also being open to taking action on the information that's being provided in the course. Being resilient despite what's going on outside of the course. Showing up and implementing work ethic. Any questions? I thought this was a cute little list. It's literally written on this little bitty piece of paper. I was sitting and applying for a course that's going to take about 15 months of my time. So it helped me to see what I expect when I show up for other coaching courses. And I said, let me do a live on this because this is going to bless somebody real good. Whether you come train with me by activating your VIP membership over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com, or whether you find another course that you're interested in and taking your coaching company to the next level, this is going to help you set your intentions for joining any type of coaching course and making sure that you get your money's worth, get the best out of it, but take action on these steps. And I guarantee everything from your money, your mindset, your marketing, your ministry, your manifestation will improve. Again, any questions? Master. Okay, so I will explain that for you, Tracy. Give me one moment. You also say, yes, you do. I thank God every day He led me to you, considering all the many coaches out there. Amen. I agree. Let me put some chapstick on because you're asking me to tell you. And what I love about you guys, Tracy, is that when you sign up for my course, the questions that you ask me, I answer them for you here. I may answer them in the inbox, as you know, and I go apply them in our handbook because future coaches may have the same question. So our next edition of our handbook has literally the answer. Let me pull that up. Speaking of the answer to this question you just asked. So here's how I'm going to help you with that as you help me with this. Let's see. Let me look it up by... I wish I knew exactly what page I put it on because I've been making updates after updates after updates. Oh, I know where I put it. I could do a search. Here we go. And my coach helped me with this in a program that I just joined about 2 weeks ago. I told y'all I keep about 5 coaches on hand. So Tracy, one of our future Black women Christian certified life coaches, says, explain the 24-hour training, please. So here's how we have it worded in our handbook. You may be wondering, how long will it take to graduate? Am I saying that correctly? Did I summarize that correctly, Coach Trace? And here's my answer. So that depends. Every person and every journey is different. Didn't we just talk about that? Your unique experience. Okay. We all have different advantages, different skills, different life situations. Remember, we just talked about resilience. So if you're dealing with things like an illness, a spouse, and or kids at home, caring for elderly parents, or got something else going on, some days your energy levels will be a little more depleted than usual. Like today for me, for example, in all transparency, I literally just got up off my kitchen floor. I was laying on the floor resting because I've been cooking. I've been cooking for the week because I know what's coming up in my schedule, in my rest time, my downtime, and I know to have meal prep ready for me. So while I don't have kids or a boo to cook for, child, we good for the next about 4-5 meals, okay? And I just needed to sprawl out in the middle of my kitchen floor and let my back relax, okay? So I share that because some days you just be tired, okay? And so we've taken that into consideration, and there is nothing wrong, thank God. But this is just how I relax. I'm a floor person. I'm like lay on the floor, look up at the ceiling and get some ideas, think things through, have a conversation with a friend. That's what I just got through doing. And it was telling her about the great meal that I was prepping too. It's actually my mom's famous soup. So my mom passed away about 14 years ago to the date. And I just lately have been having a taste for her homemade soup she used to make. And I substituted the meat for what's called veggie crumbles. It's a big pot on the stove as I talk to you guys. I'm hoping it's warm and ready by the time I finish here. So yeah, after all that, I laid on the floor because my energy was depleted. And so because I know that some of y'all wish y'all could lay on the floor right now in peace and listen to the birds chirp. That's what I did. And so I considered that. I take that into consideration because I train mothers, I train wives, I train business leaders. We have busy schedules. We have things that drain us mentally and physically, emotionally, sexually, financially, professionally, personally. And so thinking through all of that, plus extra responsibilities of becoming a Black woman Christian certified life coach, we have to be honest with ourselves. Every day you ain't gonna feel like doing all these things we just talked through, right, coach? And so that said, it may take you a little bit longer to complete your certification process, and it's okay. So if you're having things like personal challenges, sometimes though, that motivates you. I don't know about y'all, but my resilience has taught me over the years to be like, all right, God, now this time next year, I can't be in this same place. I got to get what you promised me, okay? If you saying this course is going to do blah, 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 help me through this course. And that's the motivation that sometimes personal challenges will allow us to have. You become more focused on getting through the course, growing your company, making your money back, earning more money, but more importantly, completing the training. And sometimes that's the speed we need behind what's going on in our lives. So honestly, the longest time a person has taken to complete our training is 6 months. But again, that came because that's how they set up their schedule. That's the time they knew that they could realistically commit. So your journey may be a little bit different. And 6 months is I'll break that down in a minute. The quickest a person has completed our training is in 1 day. And so just like we've talked about this whole time, you have to set your intentions. So which one are you? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Do I want to get this done right away? Do I want to set my schedule to complete it over time? But if you stay focused on your top priorities, meaning your schedule, your resilience, your plan, where you are, where you want to be, tracking your progress, everything we just recapped over and over again, blah, 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 on today's journey, you're going to complete this training. If you say, I'm going to avoid distractions, like me, when I first wake up in the morning with especially when I join a new program. Like I just finished about 3 months worth of training in like a week with this new training that I just joined, and that's for a year as well. But I knew that I had to avoid distractions. So that means I can't check my phone when I first get up. Like I forget that I haven't been on the phone half the day, or the other day I didn't even know it because I was on my laptop, I'm on Wi-Fi, I'm doing my work, I'm minding my business. I am priority driven. I am distractionless. And I remember leaving the house to take a walk around the block to let my brain breathe a little bit, give me a break. And I go to like do something on my phone and it wouldn't work. And I was like, that is so weird. It's not connecting to my headphone. It's not connecting. But as soon as I walked back in my doors here at the house, it connected. And I realized that even my phone had been on Wi-Fi only. So it wasn't connected. I didn't even know that because I was distractionless until I left the house and needed to like use the phone. But I didn't know because I had set the intentions. I'm going to finish this program. I'm going to get this done. So that's what you have to do. You have to focus on your top priorities, avoid distractions, and you'll fall into one of these typical time frames, whether you're the quick study or whether you're going to give yourself more time. But the beauty of it is that you get to anticipate completing the training. You know it's coming. You know eventually you're going to be a professionally trained, skilled, qualified Black woman Christian certified life coach, right, coach? You know that the journey is coming to an end every time you take a step forward. And it's something to celebrate because it opens up doors. It's the beginning of something new. What's next? And so again, everyone is different. It may take you longer or could be quicker than you thought. So try not to compare your journey to any of our other coaches. That's why I reiterate in our training. If you were to compare notes with our other coaches, they were going to be like, well, we didn't do that part. And what you get for this? Child, it's a completely different training than when we first started a couple years ago. Okay. So I share that because comparison is just another distraction. If you find out a coach did this or they find out you did that, now y'all distracted. I ain't get that. And then I'm getting the message like, well, Dr. AJ, you said, So you can't compare your journeys. That's another distraction. You got to stay focused on your priorities. If your priority is to become a coach this year, get it done this year, sis. Set it according to your time frame. And I have begun to relax on that. So yes, while you can complete our course in 24 hours, do you want it to be 24 hours by this time tomorrow? You're a certified coach. You can absolutely do that. Or I'm about to break down the other options for how to do it too. Because again, God has given you the vision. You've been called to coach. Use your gift. Use your anointing for such a time as this. That's what I love about our training, because you can apply this information as you're going through it in your own life. So realistically, our training timeline, again, it's a 24-hour training program. That means that there are 24 hours worth of videos and audios to watch, to listen to. I went and did the math again the other day, right at 24 hours. I was like, I knew it. I even considered if you read slow. That's factored into there as well. So option A is, Trace, you can complete this course in 24 hours or less. There's a way to do that too. But this time tomorrow, you can be done. Option B is you can complete this training in 24 days or less. You can do 1 hour a day for 24 days. And then option C is you can complete this course in 24 weeks or 6 months. That's the 6-month option. And that means 1 hour per week for half a year. When I say it like that, it sounds like, ooh, that's a long time. And I've had coaches, it's like, Dr. AJ, I don't want to waste a half a year, 6 months. So you got to get it done. So which one works for you? Which one sounds best for you? I've broken it down, Trace. Are you A, B, or C? Let me know in the comments, and then I'll let you go. I ain't going to hold you. So this is now included in our course training handbook, where I even break that down. How to get your money back, how to finish the course, how to be successful with connecting with other coaches, and all the things, okay? So all of that is in our updated handbook for our future Black women Christian certified life coaches. If you're watching this live or to the replay and you're not one of our coaches, head over to futurebblacklifecoaches.com. Come and join us in the Christian coaching community. That's complimentary. You get to activate your VIP membership over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com if that's a part of your agenda to become a Black woman, Christian certified life coach and implement all these tips I just gave you. If you missed them, go back and watch the replay. Adrian, swear. Adrian says, I'm coming. So if you set your intentions to do all the things we talked about, implement the bonuses, I'm giving y'all stuff that I do. Like, you can't teach from something you haven't done yourself. So I share successfully what I've done. So I love that I can in turn share with you guys what I've done that works, is still working. You can go work it and then you can help someone else, okay? So that is all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you hanging out. This was a lot of fun for me to realize what I do to make it through these courses successfully. And for more times than I care to count, I don't share my progress of going through the course with a lot of people because they won't understand my learning style or why I'm up at 3 and 4 in the morning learning. So I keep my head down, do my work. Okay, let's see. He says yes. Says preach. Tracy says I was once A. Okay. I'm more B. Working towards A. Okay. She says thank you. You are welcome, coach. So, excuse me. Yeah, even putting that graph in there helps you to kind of set your expectations. My goal with anything that I do, especially learning, is to blow it out the water. I don't care how long a course is supposed to take. It's going to take as long as it takes for me. But guaranteed, it's going to be some form of success. And you can only know if you've been successful in a course if you go through these steps that I've shared with you today. If you have written out your own strategy. For me, I know I'm in a class all my own, literally. Like, yeah. I am young, black, and gifted. I was tested for, what was it called, Adrian? Program Challenge. Miss Brandon, our elementary school counselor, tested me. So I know I stand out amongst my friends. I know I am different in the entrepreneurial space. And because I am leading in my lane, I don't compare my journey to any other person's. And I also don't give it a chance to get rained on by sharing too much. So when I share, this is stuff that has worked, is working, will continue to work for me and my crew. So when you come train with me, you get to see. And I share resources, so many resources. And Nikki Gates, future Black woman Christian, certified life coach. If you watching this replay, if you don't hurry up, because I got so much to share with you, girl. I know I'm going to talk you up. So I had to call you out on this real quick, give you a shout out. Because when I go through trainings, I think of the coaches who have trained with me that these trainings will be a great fit for. I pay attention to y'all's learning styles. I see how you show up. I see if you have your own goals, if you're paying attention with where you start and your growth. And I celebrate that every step of the way. So I'm here if you have questions about joining us in the course. It's over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com. When you activate your VIP membership in our complimentary Christian coaching community, you got to be a Black woman, future Black life coach. We get a lot of women who are already certified. We got something in the works for you because there's a reason you're kind of like wanting to be in the crew. So we're coming up with something for you as well. And then we've had men inquire about joining us. Hello, Dr. Sade Adu. How are you? So I am wrapping up. Thank you guys for joining me. Go back and watch the replay for these successful tips to where you know if you set your intentions going into any coach training, becoming a successfully certified coach or the like, that your success is inevitable. That's all I got for y'all today. Remember, there is someone somewhere. They are waiting on you, coach, to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs, because it's when you let your own light shine. You give others permission to do the same. And as Dr. Adu encouraged me to share with y'all years ago, I said, when you impact one life, you impact generations. She said, ooh, go post that. So I not only posted it, but I included it in my closing quote now, Dr. Adi. So, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And until we meet again, my friends, meet me over at futureblackLifeCoaches.com, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, Future Black Life Coaches.